The Arizona State Sun Devils took on the Oregon State Beavers in a game that featured similar strengths. Both teams were 5-4 in the Pac-12 conference while scoring around 77 points per game and shooting close to 40% from the three-point land. And in their previous 79 matchups against each other, ASU holds a slim 40-39 advantage. So you knew it was going to be a close game coming into this one, and it certainly lived up to that expectation. Both teams came in winners of 3 of their last 4 games and featured 2 of the top scoring threats in the Pac-12. First, it was Jahi Carson, the number 3 scorer, averaging 19.1 points per game, and he shows why with that nasty step back and wet jumper. Then it was Robert Nelson's turn, the top scoring leader in the conference, averaging over 21 per, leaks out on a rebound and scores over 3 ASU defenders. That would be his only basket of the first half, but gives the Beavers a 14-9 lead. The Sun Devils would respond on a Jermaine Marshall 3 to cut the lead to 14-12. Soon after, Jahi blows by his defender for the beautiful layup, cutting the Beavers' lead to 20-19. But the Beavers would get a pull-up 3 from freshman guard Hallis Cook, extending the lead to 25-19, and would go into the half up 29-26. Whatever head coach Herb Sendek said at halftime, it definitely worked, as the Sun Devils went on a 14-5 run to open the half to take a 40-34 lead, capped off by a nice Jermaine Marshall assist to Jordan Baczynski for the two-handed dunk. The Beavers would cut into the lead. Eric Moreland receives a nice pass from Devin Collier for the dunk, and standout Roberto Nelson would take over for the Beavers, first nailing a 3 over 7'2" center Baczynski and guard Shaquille McKissick. Then he finds his man Moreland for the lefty dunk. Moreland had 8 points and 17 rebounds on the night. Nelson would make another contested jumper over Baczynski, bringing Oregon State to within a point, 63-62. And with that block, Baczynski preserves a 1-point lead for the Sun Devils with 27 seconds remaining and gives the center 279 career blocks, breaking the Pac-12 record. Jermaine Marshall would make one of 2 free throws to give the Sun Devils a 64-62 lead, but Roberto Nelson would immediately answer by driving into the body of the big Canadian and making the tough layup to tie the game at 64. With time winding down, Jahi Carson would try to win the game, but just can't get his last-second shot to fall. The game would go into overtime. The extra 5 minutes would belong to the Sun Devils, starting off with Marshall's corner 3, and Jonathan Gilling would make his only 2 shots of the game, both in overtime and both from behind the arc. This one putting the Devils up 83-74 with 30 seconds remaining and sealing the victory. ASU would win by a final score of 86-82. Jahi Carson finished the game with 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists. Oregon State's Roberto Nelson had 26 points and shot 4 of 5 from deep. But today belonged to Baczynski, who had 17 points and 15 rebounds. But Jordan, Coach Sendek, what about all those blocks?
I didn't know that when it happened. My teammates congratulated me on the bench, and it's huge. I mean, I'm honored that I can hold that title.
When you do see somebody who grinds and endures the ups and downs and ultimately has a breakthrough, I mean, that's so satisfying, especially when it's such a great young man.
Next up for the Sun Devils will be a home game Saturday against the Oregon Ducks, who are coming off a close 65-67 road loss to Arizona. Oregon will be looking to get a win against the Sun Devils to avoid going 0-2 on their desert road trip. But it certainly won't be easy, as the Sun Devils are 12-1 at home. Reporting from Wells Fargo Arena, Sam Rabadi, WCSN.